Hi, I'm Adam Hart. I'm a Senior Director for Strategic Partnerships at ChargePoint, working out of our German market across the EU. And I am providing today some comments in advance of a panel for Wednesday, December the 2nd, on making electric vehicles the champions of flexibility in the power sector. For those that don't know us, ChargePoint is a global technology company focused on delivering solutions for EV infrastructure. So we develop and manufacture hardware, software, and create support solutions for all aspects of EV charging. We've been around since 2007, in the news lately as we are currently going public via a reverse merger and SPAC process, and we are at about 750 employees worldwide, with 90 plus in Europe, including engineering staff in an R&D facility in Reading in the UK, as well as offices in Munich and Amsterdam and Paris. So we are globally focused but locally integrated, and are very interested in working with utilities in Europe and energy retailers in particular, in developing solutions that take into account the impact on the grid of electric vehicles in a way that works for the end customer. So ChargePoint does a very simple business model at the end of the day. We develop technology for two reasons. One is to provide or enable a premium charging experience for drivers. This comes in the form of one of the most highly rated apps in the App Store, RFID cards, roaming access, innovative features into vehicles, and support services for drivers 24/7 in multiple languages. Or we sell turnkey charging solutions to businesses. This could be directly to workplaces, retail facilities, hotels. This could be to municipalities that want to put in public infrastructure around their towns, or this could be through electricity retail partners who are developing business propositions to take into account both the aspects of their business that are tangential to charging or benefit from combining with, like services, as well as managing the impact on the grid and the proposition that are needed to make that work for the end customer. We have arguably unrivaled experience as a new fueling network. We have 134,000 plus charging points on our network globally, and we provide access to drivers to an additional 150,000 around the world. We are the solution provider of choice for about 60% of the top 50 Fortune companies, and you find us as an amenity in a lot of places that are listed as the best companies to work for. We're very easy for businesses to put in and their employees to benefit from. Across different segments, we offer specific value propositions for the driver and the site host, be it a residential homeowner or a commercial real estate firm or a workplace, to benefit and easily manage charging. And to today's point, one of the common themes across all of those segments is the ability to manage power in a grid-friendly way. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about our impact and the software aspects that we have, and provide a few case studies, both of projects and one of product, that I think are going to inform the audience as far as how ChargePoint plays in this space and works closely on the power management aspect. We are actively engaged in providing the drivers the integrated experience to make charging easy. And when you think about the ways that we may need to facilitate interaction with them, when we're doing more to control the impact on the grid, ChargePoint is in all of those places to make a difference. So we're integrated into watch platforms, obviously phones, Alexa in the home, into vehicle systems like Mercedes Me, as well as a recently announced integration into Apple CarPlay, and Google Maps for ease of finding charging and things like that. But the key takeaway from this is ChargePoint, as a technology provider, is in these premium driver experiences and embedded in every electric vehicle that's coming to market in the next few years. Because of our history and because of our integration into these systems and because of the way that we've been able to attract drivers to our network and site hosts to own charging stations on our network, we've had real world impact. So we've delivered 2.4 million electric miles to date, enabled 81 million charges, and we've won a variety of awards throughout the years for our ability to do that and deliver this impact to the driver. The way or the reason that we can do that is because not only are we focused on hardware, but we really started with the software in mind. So we want to be able to answer a host of questions about charging with the software aspect of things. So how does site hosts control who uses a station, make sure the vehicles get charged on time, share power between vehicles, limit the amount of capacity needed for multiple stations, report environmental savings. On the driver's side, how do they find and access public charging? How do they roam across different networks? How do they interact with a system that might be in real time changing the output of electricity to their vehicle? And how are they notified when their charging stops and things like that? All of this is basically based on ChargePoint's software solutions. That's allowed us to deliver some very happy customers. LinkedIn is a very LinkedIn is a very open customer about ChargePoint. They've given us great kudos. They came to us early on in their journey and said that they have a huge employee base in their offices in California. They want to make sure that they can grow easily and manage that infrastructure. And then when it comes to it, in specific sites, if they have constrained power capacity, be able to manage stations there as well for drivers. And ChargePoint's software and hardware solutions and service solutions have allowed them to do that. They've avoided over 3,000 metric tons of greenhouse gases since they've started with us, and they've seen a rapid increase in charging sessions and obviously drivers coming to the network and using their stations on a daily basis as employees. Closer to home in Europe, we've been very active looking at the ways that we can work on the integration to the DNOs and the network providers themselves. So ChargePoint has been one of the early members of the ELBE project. It's Electrified Buildings for EVs in Hamburg, which is funded by the Sauberer Luft program in Germany. We have been working with a protocol called OpenADR, that's automated demand response, that is an IEC standard that we've used in the US and we championed here with the ELBE project. We've done lab tests with other CPOs in Hamburg, deployed ports, and we're currently in the scaling part of this project. What OpenADR allows us all to do is standardize on a protocol that works cloud to cloud so that the distribution network operator can send signals to us to translate to our customer base in a way that helps them manage grid capacity and constraints and things like that. So we've been excited to see this grow beyond ELBE. We've taken it into the norming institutions like the IEC, the DKE, and we are talking to other member states in the EU about using standardized protocols like this so that we can provide the level of control that in an emergency situation a DNO might need. And then lastly, not a case study, but a product study, ChargePoint sees the necessity of working closely with utilities, and we're developing further our software and capability around managing sites. So we have an enterprise-grade product that can reduce operational costs by dynamically integrating with both grid operators and site energy assets. The example I provided is a 26 charging spot site in California on a PG&E tariff, which is the California utility in the San Francisco area. Because we can draw a capacity limit and then manage in relation to the site building needs and other needs, we can curtail charging and make sure that we stay within some sort of capacity limit that would save the user money. So in this particular example, we've saved roughly $700 a month or $8,400 a year. And on a per port basis, that's a pretty good return just from software and being able to mitigate your impact on the grid. This particular software suite is integratable, so we can work with other utilities or actors in the market that are sending signals based on what's going on with the generation, what's going on the constraint of the grid. And we're very excited to see this develop further with utility partners as we go forward in Europe and provide a great impact as far as facilitating the growth of electric vehicles and the charging infrastructure without having a negative downside. So thank you for your time. Again, I work with our utilities across Europe and build these types of partnerships where we're testing new products and business models and helping them deliver EV infrastructure solutions to their customers. And I look forward to the panel and speaking with anyone else that's at the summit. Thanks very much.